Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Supportive Oracle cards are Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Already shuffled. I mean, it's coming in, but okay, let's see what happens. Ooh. I'm like debating, do I want one more card? I guess I do. Okay. There's all this is in the environment, but it's all mushed together. It seems like there's a lot of confusion around this situation. A lot of confusion is my first thing. Okay, okay. Okay, so this is for Sagittarius, of course. Coming into the situation, you have the Ten of Cups, which is a beautiful card. You're coming into it with a lot of positive energy, a lot of positive flow. People seem to be feeling it. I know this sounds really weird to say, and I know it's kind of like a cliche tagline, but people are picking up what you're putting down. Like, it's literally how it feels. You're saying something, you're talking, people are like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that. What you want seems to be happening. I literally don't think you're trying to lead the way, but it seems like you're kind of having that leader energy at this moment. And it seems to be picking a lot of people up. It's upping like some morale, if you will. People are feeling like, oh yeah, this can work out. This, there's some bumps, there's some bruises, but this can all go better. And actually, this might work out for us in the long run. So, and you have the very community feel with the Ten of Cups. Like, you're inspiring a lot of people. A lot of hope is coming in. A lot of good things. Like, wish fulfillment is almost how it's kind of being reacted to in the sense of wish fulfillment. Like, they're getting what they want to get. Like, oh, this is actually the way it should work out. It's kind of the attitude that I'm feeling there. Yeah, I feel it's a little off-center in the sense of, like, you might be looking at it at this point kind of like, well, we might have the opportunity to get it there. But the fact that people are overly optimistic is fine. You're dealing with it. It's fine. It's not a problem. Comes in with a really good energy. Okay, good. All this seems to be what's being dealt with, and this seems to explain what's probably off balance a little bit. People want what they want. And I'm saying that like, okay, these four cards, they're all kind of mushing in together. You got the Chariot and the Six of Coins over here. Things moving forward very quickly. People wanting, it's like people wanting what they want. I feel like when they're getting that Six of Coins feel here, it feels like people want what they want. Like they're trying to dig and get what they want out of a situation. They're trying to get what they want. It's usually like a give and take, but it feels a lot like the take is going on here. And it doesn't seem like the giving is balancing. I'm feeling it there in the sense of like it's a little out. It's like not incorrect. It's not correct. Especially when I'm getting the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords, which is these two cards, which are very, actually, these two energies work well together. One is very active and moves very well. The other one's very commanding and says what they want. Communication should be easy between the two. One motivates the other to keep moving. And I feel like there's a lot that there's other people around the situation, especially how this is mushing together. Like other people know what they want, expect to get what they want out of a situation. With the Six of Pentacles, I usually expect it to balance better, but I feel like it's a lot of take. It feels like a lot of take. It feels like a lot of it. Almost like the attitude of this energy is kind of like, well, we've given in many a time over the period of whatever, months, whatever. It's time we get something out of it. And I feel like that's kind of what it's like. Somebody feels like it's their turn to take. And there's a lot of motion, a lot of energy moving this forward. Now, it's not that this energy is wrong, but it does not match you. In the sense of like, I'm seeing you with the Seven of Wands. Yep. So you're keeping up with the situation. You're doing what you need to do. It seems to be, I want to say succeeding, but it's taking a lot of work to make it succeed. And you're putting in a lot of work to make that happen. Judgment is here. But what I'm feeling is like, again, this energy around it, like other people feel like they've put in more than enough over a period of time, and it's time that they get something back, and they're taking and taking and taking. But I do feel like it is correct, they've given in many a time. So when I'm seeing judgment here, it's almost like the situation is kind of balancing out, but there's kind of like this weird feel to it. Like something doesn't feel quite right to me. Like it just doesn't feel as beautiful as it should for what it is. Like someone is being taken advantage of a little bit, or something is a little bit weird. Something doesn't feel quite right here. It just does not feel quite right. Even though it's judgment, I just feel like judgment is almost like, okay, this makes more sense. Because I'm seeing like people take a lot out of a situation, take a lot out. And I feel like this is leaving it, like I don't know why I didn't notice this before, it's where it's going to go is the void. They're going to take everything. It's like they're going to leave the situation barren. Like everything they put in, they're taking back. And I feel like that's the Six of Coins. It's kind of like they put in a lot, they gave a lot, but they're done. Now they're taking back everything they put in because they're like, well, I gave in and now I'm taking back. And that's going to be my balance. And it's leaving it very open, and there's a void here. It's kind of like leaving this quite open. I don't see this matching your energy though. In the sense of like, I don't feel like you were given to excessively. I feel like you kept up with your own side. So other people taking out of it so much that they're leaving it void and barren, it may be a balance for them in a way, but it's not creating a balance for you. It feels like it's leaving you out in the cold. Literally what I see here is like the Eight of Swords is like you're stuck, and then you got the Five of Coins, which is being stuck out in the cold. It's not right. But this is not going to end this situation, I'm noticing, because new information comes in with which is this? The Knight of Wands, really? New information with the Knight of Wands. Well, why not? So, well, it's because it comes in quick. Somebody else kind of starts something else up. I feel like you're locked into the situation at this point. You don't feel like you can detach from it. It's not like you want to. It's just kind of like, I don't know, it's like you have no choice. It almost feels like I have no choice. When I'm connecting to your energy, it's kind of like something else is coming in, and it's almost like the only way to bring this back into a good area, good sense of stability, is to put in the effort, and you're just like, well, it just feels like you can't get away from it. That's how it feels. I don't really like that feeling, but that's what I'm feeling. And something new comes in quite quickly, a new message, but it's like action comes in with the message. It's like, it's almost like instructions come in, and those instructions have to be acted on right away. So you do. You're in it. You're still in it. It just feels like you can't really get out of it. You feel like you can't get out of it. That's what the Five of Coins too. Even though you feel like left out of the situation, you're also feeling like you can't get out of the situation. I'm getting double meaning for that, especially with the Eight of Swords matching up with it, pairing up with it. So you step in, really, it happens really quickly, you step into the next cycle. Trust is showing up between you and what's actually happening. Kind of like, here we go. I'm halfway down the road now, so here we go. And I feel like you have nothing left but to trust with the situation. You want to get away from the situation. I do feel like this, but it's kind of like, it's like you're halfway down the road and you're feeling like, hey, I just got to kind of let go. When I'm seeing the Six of cards, Six of Swords, whatever. I'm seeing this card. I feel like you're letting go of other problems, or like this other stuff that happened before here. I just feel like you're centering your energy somewhere else. You're letting it go. You're moving in a different direction. You're just like, can't really do this. Gotta just keep moving. A greater, like somebody else is creating a new area of focus. Things are seeming to go really differently at this point. Somebody's changing the plan too, and that's the thing. I feel like when I'm seeing the Six of Swords, you're having to leave something behind, like the Six of Swords anyway. But when I'm seeing focus, it feels like it's kind of forced up from the other side. like somebody else is putting things in different perspective, moving things around and saying, all right, we can't have this happen again, so this is how we're going to handle it from now on. I'm seeing your detachment from it, but I'm not convinced you're done with this situation. I don't think you are. I just feel like you have to step away and just like if new things are happening, if new processes or new ways of doing things are coming forward, I just feel like you're kind of rolling with it. You're just kind of like, I don't want to deal with the negativity. I don't want to fight about it. Just tell me what has to be done and I'll just do it. And it's almost like you're not even, they're not even fighting it because it's kind of like, you know what? It didn't turn out the way I thought it would the first time, and that I put in a lot of effort to that. So I guess if it's changing, I guess, like, and you're just kind of rolling with it. You're rolling with it. You have to. Now, you're hearing of it. That's what this is. You're definitely hearing of it. Okay. The way this is going into this new way of doing things, I'm not convinced it's a new era. I'm not. But there's new ways of doing things. There's a lot of griping about it. A lot of griping, and I'm getting the Fool card is like trying to move forward, trying to keep things, trying to restabilize things with the Fool card. But the Fool card, that's not really a stabilizing energy. You'll notice you have the is that the Five of Wands? That's usually like, I'm feeling like you're hearing it. I feel like you're hearing about all these disruptions and people are upset around you. There's a lot of people around you upset, and it's greatly affecting you. I just feel like this is one of those situations where you got to see the writing on the wall. Yeah. Okay, so see the writing on the wall. Whatever you're dealing with, you might have to find a way to disconnect for a while. For some of you, you might, for example, have to get a different job to really get out of this situation. Others of you, if it's a family or friend thing, you might have to be like, well, you're going to have to find a reason to not be a part of certain functions or certain get-togethers. You're going to be like, well, I can't do this right now. I got some other things going on, so I'm going to have to step out and just pass on these next few things. Because literally what's coming forward next is like you see it coming. You're going to see it coming, and they're saying, listen to your intuition. Whatever it is coming next is not going to be fun. Because I feel like that's the Five of Wands. Because I don't really feel you fighting with people. I feel like you're seeing it around you, you're feeling it around you, you know it's coming. This Five of Wands is coming, but you have that precursor to say, hey, it's coming, be ready for it. And I'm getting like, this is your moment to step out. You're going to have to step out if you don't want to end up in this situation. So I feel like that's the whole positive aspect of this reading, is saying you've seen what it's been going through so far. You've put forth your best effort. You've tried the best you could. If there was a way you could make this go better, it had happened. And they're like, it's coming into another season where there's going to be a lot of controversy, a lot of disruption that you really can't affect in a positive way. And it's almost like it's either like advice slash permission to step out, let it happen, let it work out the way it needs to on its own, and you just step back and just take some time for yourself and let it just take care of itself. Whatever the situation is, they're saying step out of it. Get yourself out of it best you can. Because it's not anything you need to help. It's nothing you can really help. It's nothing you need to be sucked into. So they're saying step out of it while you can. Because the Fool is saying the situation is like, whatever the environment is, it's trying to act like everything is fine, and it's not, and you know it. When you have that moment where you're like, everybody's acting like it's fine, but you know it's not, that's your cue. Step out. Step out. You don't have to be a part of this mess. All right. That's where that's ending. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.